Well, hello, all my little Pokemons. Mewtwo here with you tonight, and I had a, I had weird thoughts, very weird thoughts for tonight. The, basically the what if it's all a dream thing. Now, for the longest time, I had like the sinking feeling in my head that everything had been a dream, and I was going to wake up and I was going to be a third grader again. For years and years, I went through that one, where if things seemed like they were going just too good, that's where I was going to get stuck back at. Ironically, that was like one of my least favorite years in elementary school. Um, I didn't like one of my teachers, and it was just a really frustrating time in my life. It's also when I first got fat, so big change in me right there. Uh, so for the longest time, I kept thinking, years and years, graduated college, first job, moved out, stayed here and there throughout. It just, back of my head, I always had that thought that I might wake up and be in third grade again. It was spooky that it kept going back to that. Eventually it's passed. Um, but now that we're here, we have our lovely house in Fort Wayne. We have our space. Uh, it's weird. The thought that where I'll wake up is no longer third grade. It's been back at the apartment in Carlisle where we lived for 8 years. Uh, the thought that things are just too nice. Every time something really nice happens, that hits the back of my head. I go, you might wake up tomorrow and you're back in the apartment and things are still there. And you never bought this house. You never moved out of Pennsylvania. You still live where you had lived. You still have the crazy lady living underneath you. Um, still have a landlord that doesn't give two rats toots about you. No matter how much you've been the longest tenant he ever had. Ever. So weird. Anybody else have that kind of thing? Starting you off right now with your potential comment thing. Has this ever happened to you? Just that thought that you're going to wake up and you're going to be back at some stage in your life, some moderate milestone where you think that things were, and you think you might still really be there, and this is all just a dream. Uh, it's so weird. Uh, Sometimes it happens more when I'm tired and still having to do things. Like didn't get enough sleep, going on a big trip, and so I'm kind of out of it and having to get up early. Just any night that I didn't sleep well enough and things are just a little bit kind of hazy feeling. It feels like the real life being kind of a dream, and that I might wake up and be back there. Well, fortunately, peers, this is reality. I really am here. I really am at this house. I really do own my fursuits that I own. I have a loving husband that I do have, and we have a lot of nice things. We have a nice space. We have what makes us happy. Uh, and we have a stable life. So, um, even if sometimes I feel like I don't deserve these things, um, I'm happy to know that I do have them, that I worked hard to get here, that I went through a lot of stuff along the way, good and bad, all learning experiences. But in the end, we are where we are, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy for growth, and I'm happy that the concept of waking up as a nightmare back where I was is something that I can get past. Uh, I'm amazed that I finally had gotten past the third grade thing. The idea that it was now going back to that apartment just kind of creeped me out a little bit. It's like, oh no, 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 not just. I finally got out of that one. We finally worked up enough. We saved up enough to get the down payment on the house. We succeeded. I don't want to have to go back to that. So, that's a fun thought for you tonight. Well, fun being relative. But yeah, any of you ever have that kind of experience? That weird, it doesn't feel like real life could be this real, and I'm actually in the dream, and I'm really, my actual self will wake up and I'll be, I don't know, 12 again, uh, 10, whatever third grade is, I can't remember. Anywho, this would be your Pokemon Mewtwo rambling on for you and running out of ramble about this. So that's a thought for tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell. For said dingly bell will let you know when I post a new video. Who knows, it might be a Mewtwo video, or it might be a Daisy Rabbit video, or something else. You just have to click and find out. Listen to the dingle. The dingle will tell you. And my Patreon link is in the description box below. If you are so inclined, every little bit does help support the channel and helps get rid of that nightmare. But for now, thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you all again on another video, which I'm sure I'm gonna, and as long as you watch it. Bigger little Pokemons.